Welcome to the podcast. Before we begin, I would like to welcome our special guest. Hello, Diana.
Thanks for having me today.
Now, Diana, I don't know much about your life and mythology. Help me learn about you. Where are you from?
Well, in Roman mythology, I'm known as Diana, but to the Greeks, they call me Artemis. No matter who you ask, though, they all know me as the moon.
I'd like to know about your love life. Who is this man, Endymion, and what role did he play in your life?
Well, I saw the beautiful youth sleeping in his cave, and I instantly fell in love with him. I quietly entered, and I kissed him on his closed eyes, sending him to an eternal sleep. I would visit him every single night on my silver moon chariot going across the night sky.
Now, that story seems to have a very similar story to a fairy tale called Snow White. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Instead of waking someone with a kiss, as in the story of Snow White, you put someone to sleep by kissing them.
Well, I guess that's true, but I don't want it to seem that way. I looked at him as someone that I loved, and I just wanted him to be with me forever.
What is your perception of the story?
I can't really go into details, but Zeus played a big role. I asked him to, keep him around forever, so the only way that he knew fit was send him into an eternal sleep.
Okay, now let's move on to the next question. I know you had an immense love of Endymion. Did you ever raise any children with him?
I mean, he was sleeping forever, of course, but while he slept, I did bore him 50 daughters. I wonder what he would think if he ever woke up.
I wonder what Endymion would think about that. Luckily, our next interview is with Endymion. Now enjoy a quick word from our sponsors.
Hey, are you having trouble sleeping? Well, you should try my new pillow. Keeps you cool all night and supports your neck. And I guarantee that it'll put you in a deep sleep forever. If not, you get your money back guaranteed.
And we are back now. We are interviewing Endymion to hear what he has to say. It's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, what do you remember before you fell asleep in the cave?
Well, it's very foggy. I've been asleep for a very long time and I don't remember much. But I do remember Zeus giving me some kind of choice, but that's all I remember.
Was there anyone or anything in the cave with you when you fell asleep?
I believe my dog was there when I was drifting off. And I swear a baby with a bow and arrow was flying around.
That makes sense because this was a love story, so seeing Cupid wouldn't be out of the ordinary. And I'm not surprised your dog was there because they are some of the most loyal animals. Is there anything else you remember?
No, I don't believe I remember anything else.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
And that is it for this week's podcast. Tune in next week.